Replacing all valves on copper piping should be easy. I'm going to show you the steps that you need to take all those old leaky valves out. These little valves or shut-off valves are just too old and the seals are broken and it's really hard to fix them. So the first thing that you need to do is to close the water either through the main water line that comes from the outside. This valve over here, the shut-off valve, has to be closed and it has to be horizontally there. So it has to be just closing there, or the main valve that should be one inside the house or under the crawl space. Anyway, you want to drain all the water, so you want to use the garden hose spigot or the lower part of your house to drain all the water so you don't have a lot of water there. Now, it's extremely important for you to grab this with two vice grips. Don't try to loosen these nuts or valves with one vice grip, because you don't know what type of piping it is inside the wall, and if you twist that pipe you may break it and you're gonna cause more problems. So what you want to do is you want to grab it, and obviously depending on the pressure that you're doing, you want to put the other vice grip on the opposite side. Now we're going to use this is called map gas. This map gas and this amazing valve, I bought this thing from Turbo Torch, is going to be doing the work. Now also I'm going to use this flux. This is the material, the catalyzer that is going to help me. This sand paper, this little brush to clean all the fittings inside, and obviously the welding material, that is this type of welding material that I have here. You need to buy an entire big roll, but I use it for my normal project, my DIY project. So it's something that you can keep with your toolbox. Now if you notice, this is a brand new quarter turn valve and it looks clean inside, but you have to use a brush to clean it and create some sort of a abrasivity inside, because your welding material is not gonna attached to it if you don't clean it, even if it looks nice and clean. So don't leave it closed. You want to leave that valve always open, because the gases and the pressure that you're going to create are going to just push your valve out. So you want to leave it always open when you're welding. Now obviously use something to grab the pipes with. Do not try, because what we're going to do is we're going to heat this up and we're going to take that old valve out. I don't want to cut the pipe. And we're going to use this catalyzer as we do it, so I'm going to show you in a moment. So carefully use this. This is again from Turbo Torch. It has its own igniter there, so it's really practical, and I use it a lot. It may be a little expensive, about $80 or so, a little less, but it's really good to work, and it gives you a ton of heat. So it will help you a lot. Now, if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm heating the pipe up, and you're going to see a little bit of steam coming out. And the reason that I'm not cutting this pipe is because I don't want these pipes to be shorter. I don't want to aim my flames towards the wall, because I don't know what is behind the wall. And I've seen, or I heard a lot of stories of people that burn down houses just because they are aiming that torch, that flame, into the wall. So you have to be extremely careful when you're working with this type of material. If you notice, I'm heating this throughout the entire pipe. I'm going around with the flame, and that is extremely hot at that point, so you want to be careful and not to touch those old valves, because those things are really hot. Now also I'm applying a little bit of the flux over here, so it helps to kind of lubricate that joint and that weld over there, though, and be removed easier. So an important thing over here is that once you heat this up, you're going to find a little bit of residue, and by applying a little bit of flux you can actually remove some of it. Eventually we have to clean this really well, sand it down really well, so our new fitting goes well. So allow it to get cold for a little bit, let it cool off for a little bit, and then go ahead and do a nice cleaning, and use sandpaper again. Do not touch those pipes directly because they're extremely hot. And again, make sure you're gonna see that you have a little bit of some lines over there, some brush marks. Do not use one that is not clean. You have to, although it looks brand new, trust me that your flux and your solder is not gonna get there, it's not gonna weld your valve and the pipe that you have there. So go ahead and install it really well. Remember, leave it open, leave it nice and straight, or whatever direction you need the valve to aim to, and proceed with the welding. Now remember that you have to put this flux, this paste, on both fittings, the piece of pipe and the valve. Now if you notice, I have like an L shape form on the welding material on the solder, and that's because I want to be able to get to all, like turn all around 360 degrees so I can properly apply the material throughout the thing. If you have it nice and straight, a piece of wire that is straight, you may not be able to get all the way through. So if you notice, I'm going around with the flame and I'm going around with the solder. So that is an important part of the job. Now what I'm doing over here is that I'm just kind of leveling and cleaning the valve with flux. So you just don't put the flux when you're welding, because you're going to burn your brushes. Now again, heat it up really well, make sure that the valve is open, and go ahead and apply. If you put your welding material, your solder, really quick, it's just not gonna get into the joint. So you want to make sure that it's nice and hot, and if you feel like you need a little bit of more flux for the material to get there very well, just do so. Now once it's nice and cold, you want to go ahead and clean that excess flux that is there, because that turns green. That leaves you with a really bad look. In a couple of days it will be green. So you want to go ahead and clean it, and obviously if you have a little bit of soap, just mix some soapy water there and clean it really well so it looks a little more professional and clean. Now the important thing is you want to test these valves, and you want to just air all the, bleed them out, take all the air out, and make sure that you have enough pressure and water inside so you can check for leaks. This is it. Follow me in YouTube as Hugo Correa. If you speak Spanish, you can follow me in Facebook as Hugo Correa DIY, and on Instagram as Hugo F Correa DIY. Thank you so much, and I hope this video will help you to do your own projects. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.